ये प्रिलिमिनरी रिपोर्ट AAIB ने जारी की है। उस पे हमने तकरीबन सभी चैनल के ऊपर हमने टिप्पणी की है और अपनी विचारधारा जो फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडियन पायलट्स की है वो हमने की है कि ये जो रिपोर्ट में कहीं पे भी ये नहीं कहा गया है कि पायलट की गलती से वो फ्यूल कंट्रोल स्विच को बंद किया गया। तो मैं ये निंदा करता हूं वॉल स्ट्रीट जर्नल जिन्होंने ये आर्टिकल आज छापा है कि पायलट की गलती है और एयर इंडिया बोलता है कि जहाज ठीक था। इन्होंने रिपोर्ट ठीक से पढ़ी नहीं है और हम इनके ऊपर हम एक्शन लेंगे FIPP के द्वारा। हमने कल ये प्रेस स्टेटमेंट इसीलिए दिया था कि कोई भी चैनल, कमेंटेटर या कोई भी अध्यक्ष किसी भी एजेंसी का जिसके पास प्रूफ नहीं है वो ऐसी अफवाहें और विचार नहीं दे जिसका कोई एविडेंस नहीं है। अब तक सब लोग उसको स्पेक्यूलेट कर रहे हैं कि क्या हुआ है। रिपोर्ट ने कहीं नहीं बोला, मिनिस्टर साहब ने भी बिल्कुल क्लियरली बोला है कि डिटेल्ड रिपोर्ट जब आएगी तो ये डिटेल्ड रिपोर्ट के बाद ही खुलासा हो पाएगा कि एक्चुअली ये घटना के अंदर प्रॉब्लम क्या हुई। उसको समय लगेगा। उस समय के बीच में लोग अपनी अपनी विचारधाराएं पेश कर रहे हैं जो कि बिना बुनियाद के बिल्कुल ठीक नहीं है और ये एक खौफ पैदा करने की बात है यात्रियों के दिमाग में। ये मैं बिल्कुल नहीं चाहूंगा कि ऐसी कोई भी मूव कोई भी इंसान करे जो कि ये खौफ पैदा कर दे यात्रियों के दिमाग में कि एयर ट्रैवल डेंजरस है। पायलट्स हिंदुस्तान के एक से सबसे बढ़िया पायलट हैं और मैं ये एक बार नहीं 1000 बार बोलूंगा। मैं भारतीय वायुसेना से लेके DGCA के अंदर रह के भी और एयर इंडिया में भी 20 साल के ऊपर काम किया मैंने। मैं एग्जामिनर रहा हूं ऑलमोस्ट 35 साल और मेरा ये तजुर्बा है, चाहे वो इंडियन एयरफोर्स के पायलट हों और चाहे वो सिविल के पायलट हैं। एयरलाइंस के अंदर हमारी हिंदुस्तान में ट्रेनिंग बहुत अच्छी है। तो मैं इस वॉल स्ट्रीट जर्नल को जो इन्होंने मेरे को भी अप्रोच किया था, मैंने इस पे विचार नहीं दिए और ना मैंने इस पे टिप्पणी करी क्योंकि मैं ये अमेरिकन मीडिया के अगेंस्ट हूं जो जानबूझकर ये उसमें से रिपोर्ट में से वो अपनी ही अपने विचार दे रहे हैं जबकि रिपोर्ट के अंदर ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। तो मैं बहुत कड़ी निंदा करता हूं वॉल स्ट्रीट जर्नल के इस रिपोर्ट से और हम इस पे एक्शन लेंगे। धन्यवाद। Good morning. Since the last few days, there has been a lot of debates, interviews on different TV channels, and I must compliment our media to give us an opportunity from the FIP to represent and voice our opinion on the preliminary report issued by the AAIB. Initially, the media was going in a different direction and also trying to interpret from the American reports which came and putting the blame on the pilots. We condemned this right from the beginning in last 4-5 days from the Federation of Indian Pilots. We've been condemning all these American reports because the preliminary report by the AAIB has not at all blamed the pilots for doing such actions. So it must be understood that one thing is very clear, that neither the report nor the Minister for Civil Aviation have said that it is a pilot error. They have said in the report that there are two issues, that for fuel control switches have been presumed to have gone to shut off and run. And they have also explained in the CVR recording that the pilots are denying of doing such an action. So I once again reiterate the electrical issue, which I have been voicing my opinion, and earlier also I have given it on the ANI, that is the main issue. You must relate this accident to the incident of the ANA Airlines NH985, which happened on 17th of January 2019, flight from Tokyo to Haneda, Tokyo to Osaka Airport. When on landing, when the pilot selected the thrust reversers, both the engines shut down without the pilots moving the fuel control switch. This is I am quite clear, this is a repetition of the TCMA malfunction, which I have explained earlier what is TCMA, and this needs a thorough investigation of the TCMAs. Boeing has yet not acted and tried to take out a directive that all these aircraft must be checked for the TCMA functions. So, secondly, in the investigation committee, there is not a single pilot. We have been requesting the Minister, Honorable Minister for Civil Aviation, that to reconstitute the board and include type-rated experts who are pilots, engineers and air safety experts who need to be there in this investigation board, and it must be reconstituted, since the inquiry is now going to take, it will be done in detail, and there is a requirement that you must have these people on board while the investigations are being carried out. Lastly, I would comment upon the Wall Street Journal of again going by their own interpretations. Nowhere in the preliminary report it is mentioned that the pilots have switched off the fuel control switches. Secondly, even in the CVR, the pilots have denied. So I do not expect them to speculate and blame the Indian pilot fraternity. Indian pilots are one of the best pilots in the world, whether they are in the Air Force, Navy, or in the civil, in every civil operator. I have been a trainer since last 35 years, from Air Force to Air India. I have been also in DGCA. And I can say vehemently that we produce one of the best pilots. So we do not train pilots to do actions on the contrary to what are laid down in the instructions by the manufacturer. We honor what the manufacturer has given the instructions, and that is what we train the pilots for that. Once again, it is my request to the media, to the commentators, to the panelists, to every citizen of the country, that in these times when we need truth from the investigations, please do not interpret the statements incorrectly, which are coming from the preliminary report. Kindly have patience and wait for the full report to come. And once again, I request the Honorable Minister to include subject matter experts type-rated on 787, pilots, engineers and air safety specialists on the reconstituted board. Lastly, we were forced to give this press statement yesterday from the Federation of Indian Pilots, as we are pained to hear what has been going through last few days, and the American media and the journalists are misinterpreting the Indian report. The government of India should take strong action, as these type of things cause fear in the minds of the passengers. I must reiterate, air travel is the most safest mode of travel. There was nothing wrong with 787 before it took off. But it's a technical error which can happen whether it's a motorcycle, a scooter, a car, a ship or an aircraft. No one can predict. So why should Boeing company protect themselves and not let the truth come out? We as Indians want that truth should prevail. Otherwise, 260 souls will not rest in peace. Thank you.